Well, welcome to Scott Trade Center alongside Kelly Chase, Darren Pang right here, and this is Blues Game Day Live. The players are live behind us as well. They're live.
It's happening.
They're skating right
happening.
now. They're
It's
skating.
happening.
It's the Anaheim Ducks are in town. It seems like we just saw the Anaheim Ducks. They're getting better. This is a pretty good hockey club that the Blues are going to face back-to-back, Tampa Bay, and now the Anaheim Ducks. Good test.
And then they get a couple hard ones against Winnipeg, so it doesn't get easier for this team. The Anaheim Ducks are getting healthy, and when they get healthy, that's a huge difference maker for them. So for the St. Louis Blues, there's nothing short of the effort they had against Tampa is going to work against this Anaheim Ducks team. They were really good against Tampa. They couldn't solve the goaltender. It's going to be just as stressful tonight, Pam.
Well, let's stay with that. You're doing the game on KMOX. I was out of town, got to kind of get in and out of the game a little bit. You're just talking about Andrei Vasilevsky, and we talk about so many great goalies in the league. Boy, he was outstanding, wasn't he?
He was their best player, and from what I understand, he's been their best player 1 out of 3 nights. So to me, that's really giving Tampa another edge to their game. They've got the depth, certainly speed is there. They've got the defenseman that you want to make yourself strong up the middle of the. I think they've done a pretty good job of that. But their goaltender is superb, and so the other night the Blues couldn't solve them. And with 8 minutes left, if Vladdy Sobotka could have slapped that puck into the back of the net with the open net, I think it would have erupted this building and probably added a real sense of emotion in here. The Blues could have rode on, and maybe it'd have been a different outcome. Nonetheless, they didn't, and so they got a task at hand here tonight that doesn't get easier.
You've probably been in that spot before where you've got a puck right there. And you've got an empty net. You've scored a million times in practice, and you've scored in situations. Then it slides off that tape. Is it just utter disbelief?
Well, it didn't happen to me much, Noah. That I missed a lot, but it didn't happen to me much where I scored 1,000 times. But I will tell you this. Honestly, I remember being in in Edmonton one time, and Pavel Demitra, I was so surprised he got the puck through the legs. It was literally on my stick, and I shot it back across the crease and hit Habby Bulin in the hip, and it stuck in his pants. And he was like dumbfounded because he couldn't believe I hit him. I was just so upset with myself. I was a joke. And Pavel got to the bench. He goes, "My friend, you don't want to score?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, Pav, I'm so sorry." Like, he was looking at me like, "You have to expect the puck when I'm on the ice with you." But it happens in the game, and the game happens so quick. You just try and react. And lots of times you don't realize how much time you have, and that's what happened with Sobe. All night long they had to get it away so fast. He didn't realize that nobody knew he was on that back door, and it was such a great pass. Unfortunately, it didn't end up in the back of the net.
And he's a competitive little fellow. He wouldn't have taken that easy.
No, he didn't.
I'm sure there was not very much sleep there for Sobotka that night. Let's meander off to the young players. Schmaltz and Dunn play together. Give me your thoughts on that.
Well, I love the way they played together. As a matter of fact, I thought they played with a lot of composure based on the team we were playing and the cast that they had in front of them. So, and I don't mean the Blues, I mean the Tampa Bay Lightning in front of them. And they were coming at them, and sometimes they were frustrating the Tampa Bay Lightning. They put them in uncomfortable positions on the ice where they had to dump the puck, and they don't like to do that. I thought they did a really good job, those two youngsters together. So the St. Louis Blues' future on defense is bright. And again, I thought Schmaltz and him together, being young guys, handled the pressure really well.
And Schmaltz get a little power play time as well. We know Dunn can handle that. We know that Schmaltz has got that ability. Right. He's a right-hand shot. Another guy that could probably get in there as well, probably looks around and says, I could use some power play, is Joel Edmondson. We've got a wealth of guys that can get in there in that situation without a guy like Alex Pietrangelo, who's, by the way, this is a live update. This is Blues Game Day Live.
Are you going to tell him?
Number 27, he's on the ice.
Yeah, Bouwmeester and Pietrangelo are both out on the ice for the skate here, so that would be a nice addition to the team. Obviously, Alex is a competitive guy, and I know that if he thought he could have played the last game, he sure wanted to be in that game. So we'll see what happens. Listen, everyone in the league gets nicked and banged, and there's no way to avoid it. And many, many nights guys play hurt, but there's a healing process that you need to have a little bit too, so that come April, when you're shooting the real bullets too, that you can manage your way through the playoffs, and that's part of the luck that you have as a player to win. You got to have there's puck luck, and then there's health luck, and that's what you need.
A couple of days ago, there was hardly anybody on the ice. Now it looks like training camp back there.
I know. You know what? I think
full complement back there.
I also think that the days when they get an opportunity to practice like they have had prior to the Tampa game, I think those are days too that there's a time for rest, but there's also a time to work on things because you don't get much time with all of the travel, and then CBA with the days off. Them working on structure really helps their game, and I think it's benefited them in the past, so hopefully tonight it will as well.
Okay, let's zip forward to a little bit of Anaheim. Looks like Corey Perry's banged up lower body and a couple of games ago, but that other guy named Ryan Getzlaf, he's returned.
He's returned. I talked to him.
Pretty strong at center ice.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to him today and was joking around with him. And he was asking me if I was trying to lose weight. And I said, he said, "You slimming up?" And I said, "Hey, listen, buddy, I am slimming up, but it's been a process." And I go, "But you're looking all right yourself." He goes, "Hey, I'm getting older. I don't know if you noticed, things are catching up to me too." I said, "Well, are you feeling all right?" He said, "No, I feel good." So that's maybe not a good thing for the Blues. And Ryan Getzlaf feels good. He controls the pace of the game so well. And you know what? He's a tough customer. Good Saskatchewan guy.
Well, that's why.
Real
really
farms.
Good Saskatchewan
real
guy.
farms.
And if you like the CFL, by the way, then you would have liked his brother along the way.
Chris.
He was a pretty darn good,
still is
football player.
Receiver,
Still good. Yep.
Receiver
Really
in
good
the
receiver.
CFL.
Yeah.
So, so the Getzlaf family just south of Regina, and
just south.
obviously,
how many miles? How many kilometers?
I would say it would be 100 kilometers south of
Does
Regina.
that be about 70 miles?
60 miles.
There's our math.
63.
If you go 100 kilometers an hour while you're driving, then that is 60 miles per hour.
63, and you're doing the speed limit.
And you're doing the speed
I
limit.
mean, you can watch your dog run away for 3 days in Saskatchewan, and they only have the speed limit at 100 clicks. It should easily be 120. Anyway, back to Game Day Live.
I like that stuff. You know, they're good at center. They're good at the center ice position. Let's go through this again. Hang on. Adam Henrique was just acquired. So you've got Getzlaf there. Kessler will return. And you've got Antoine Vermette probably in the fourth hole when he returns.
Right.
I was going over the depth of their lines up front and on the blue line. We all know that they're pretty strong on the blue line as well. That's a Stanley Cup contending team if they hold their head above water before then.
All they have to do is get themselves in and healthy, and they are absolutely a Stanley Cup team. They will give the team down the road in L.A. all they can handle, and they're both capable of winning. They've got the goaltending, they've got the defense, and they're strong up the middle, and that's how you build winners. So
and San Jose as well. So
you got to
California teams are.
You got to give your
tough.
old roomie and buddy Bob Murray some credit. He's put together a pretty good group.
Yeah, he really has. So I'm not sure which goalie we're going to get, whether it's going to be Gibson or our old buddy Ryan Miller, that's been a good compliment right there. On our side of it, looks like Jake Allen's our guy. Carter Hutton's on the ice, so that's good news with that foot injury that he had in practice about a week ago. And that pretty much wraps it up, my friend.
That's it. That's all we got from here. That's the updates.
Yeah, that's
live.
That's the updates. It is Game Day Live. So for Kelly Chase, I'm Darren Robert Pang. Enjoy the game tonight. 7 o'clock is the puck drop on Fox Sports Midwest and KMOX, the 50,000-watt blowtorch. Enjoy the game, everybody.